Hey, this is gonna be a little longer video than I usually post, but I got a little bit to cover, so bear with me. Um, but I start by saying I don't think it's fair to hold people's um, I don't think it's fair to hold a person parents transgressions against them. Basically the lies and manipulation you've endured from your parents. I don't think it's fair for me to hold that against you based on your lifestyle choice. So I said that to say, um, I'm only counting on the fact that there's some people that aren't in the polygamous community who've experienced that their way of life outside of the polygamous community ain't for them. Like that evil shit not for them. You know what I'm saying? And they're pursuing a different way of life. So um, I'd be willing to accept them into my community, but it's gonna cost them their old life. They gotta pick a side. Either you with this shit or you with that shit. But if you against this shit, you gotta die with them. So, um, however, there's some rules. There's some rules that are non-negotiable. Um, Rule number one over here: boys don't fuck boys. Now, given what I know about you, given what I know about you guys, what's understood don't need to be explained. I know something about you. However, um, what happens to a person before they meet their untimely demise is none of my business. If you understand what I'm saying. And I'll repeat it. What happens to a person before their untimely demise is none of my business. I don't want to see it, and I don't want to hear about it. But they're going to meet their untimely demise. So, how would I see it and how would I hear about it? If you get what I'm saying. Rule number two: every member must pay. That's non-negotiable. Self-sufficiency is the goal here, to where we're our own community, we're our own self. We won't need other people outside of the community if everybody in the community contributed in every way. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're all entrepreneurs and business people, if we're all resources to each other, if we're all there to, let's say, we all got bread, right? So if somebody else in the community fall on hard times, if everybody has money, then it's nothing to lift the next person up that's a part of this community. As But that's only a benefit of those part of this community. It's not exclusive to everyone. It's like, I'm building that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not building anything other than a self-sufficient community where we lean on each other and we use each other to help each other. Like, it's possible, you just need people to do it. So, um, that's another rule. And like I said, pick a fucking side. Either you with this or you with that. If you against this, well, there will be casualties. Um, but I was just thinking, uh, like I said, if you'd be willing to denounce your old way of life forever, because we ain't playing no both sides unless it's beneficial to me, or if I instruct you personally that it's beneficial for you to do some shit we don't do. But in that case, in a certain situation, it would be beneficial for that to be a thing. But in my opinion, that's only beneficial for females. For me, it would only be beneficial for a woman to play both sides. Like, it wouldn't be beneficial for me for males to play both sides, because at the end of the day, um, it's more um, personal with males, I would say. I feel like it's more personal with males. Um, Women just a little more cutthroat than most niggas are, and I fuck with that though. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, niggas be in their feelings too much. You know what I'm saying? Because of, like I said, it's not their fault, and I ain't gonna hold it against them. Their parents' transgressions against them, their parents' lies and manipulation. But it's like the behavior is the behavior. So I can't ignore that the behavior comes with some flaws. You know what I'm saying? Some character traits that I don't agree with. And it's like, this is the most important rule right here. This is the most important rule. I am not safe. I'm not safe, but I'm off limits. I'm not safe, but I'm off limits. Now, as a benefit to those in my community, I mean, I do a lot that's going to fund a lot of the shit we got going on. So at all times, protection is not negotiable. Like, I gotta be protected at all times. Like, I'm not doing nothing for people that don't do shit for me. Period. Like, I gotta have protection everywhere, wherever I go, cause I'll go and I do that shit, but I need to be protected at all times. That needs to be a thing, and disrespect towards our community will not be tolerated ever. You don't gotta like what we do. You can think it's weird. You can do all of that. You know what I'm saying? You can even be opinionated about it, because you're allowed to have an opinion. But the disrespect towards this shit gotta stop. Like, I'm the leader of the polygamous community. So there's no reason I should have to deal with people who are against the polygamous community thinking they're going to do something to the leader, thinking they're going to cause harm to the leader, thinking they could just talk to the leader of this community any kind of way. I feel like that shit should have been, that business should have been stood on, or should be stood on, to a point where motherfuckers already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, or they should have known, you know? But it's like, okay, I get it. It doesn't exist yet. So like, I gotta build it, but still, I'm just saying, like, I would have liked for there to be people that stood on this life and at least had some kind of accommodations for me, at least. But I get it. It's all good. But yeah, like, I'm not tolerating that shit at all. Like, cool. I mean, like I said, I'm against what they do, but I still don't disrespect. I don't disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Like, the truth ain't disrespect, bro. Having an opinion that isn't aligned with your views and your lifestyle It's not disrespect. It's just a difference of opinion. It's just a different perspective that you, as a member of that community, um, are not willing to accept and acknowledge, and that's perfectly fine. But the disrespect to the community that I'm building will not be tolerated. Um, I really think with me as the leader and good people that's gonna stand on that business, like we could have a very powerful polygamous community that nobody ever saw. Like, this shit could be big internationally and globally, but we gotta do the work. And at the moment, I'm unable to pay people to do the work, but I'm counting on purpose-driven people and people who have their experiences are just have them at their boiling point with people who think it's okay to mistreat and mishandle them based on that being a character trait of people who treat you differently or less than because you're not a member of their community. I said what I said. Sauce Lord shit.